Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about 9 tips to help you sell more printables. So go ahead and put in the comments whether you're watching this live or if you're on the replay. As I'm talking, if you have any questions that I can answer at the end, go ahead and put those in the comments as well. And let me know where you're joining me from. I'm here in North Idaho. We have a somewhat warm day, so you might notice the absence of one of my iconic knitted hats that Janet makes. It is actually warm and I'm enjoying every minute of it. So let me know where you're joining me from. And if you have any questions about selling printables. So when I'm talking about printables, what I'm specifically talking about is something that you would sell as a downloadable file. So that could be a unit study, it can be a single worksheet. As long as they can download it and print it out, that is a printable. This is going to be a really good video whether you are already selling printables on Etsy or Teachers Pay Teachers, or if you are just starting out and you want to sell printables. This is going to give you a really good understanding of what it takes to be able to sell printables online. You're going to be learning how to capture homeschooling parents' attention with effective marketing strategies, and I'm going to teach you how to grow your business and make money from your worksheets with these marketing methods. So if we are ready to begin, I see we have a couple people live with me here. I will get started. So the first category that you want to think about is marketing. If you are already posting on social media regularly, blogging on your own blog regularly, and sending a newsletter, the next steps that you want to take is you want to reach a wider audience. That means collaborating with other homeschool businesses and influencers by writing guest blog posts, creating giveaways, or being interviewed on their podcast. I've heard this a lot from people that I have consulted with. I don't know anyone, so I can't be on their podcast. I don't know anyone, so they wouldn't want me on their blog. Think about it this way. You take time to write a blog post every month. What if somebody came along and said, hey, I have a really great blog post idea for you next month, so you don't have to write a blog post, you still get content, and your readers still go to your blog. You would probably say, yes, absolutely, send me your ideas, because it takes something off of your plate. Podcasts thrive on having guests, and blogs thrive on having new content. So go out there and message or send an email to 5 different homeschool blogs and podcasts that you would like to be featured on, because they are looking for people to be on their blog and to be in their podcast. So you don't have to have a personal connection with them to get on their blog or podcast. This is something that's really important to know. And if you are a brand new printable maker, that is fine too. You can still get featured on these blogs because they're always going to be looking for those hidden gems that people don't know about. So go out there and send those messages. Be confident and tell them all the ideas that you have that's going to make your article or interview valuable to their audience. The second tip that I have for marketing is to utilize video like this one to capture attention. You can create engaging videos explaining how to use your printables and how they benefit homeschooling parents and students. I would recommend that you do these videos on your Facebook platform as well as YouTube. So if you can do a live video or even a recorded video explaining how to use your printables, how they benefit parents and students, you are going to be able to reach a lot more people. And here's why. Facebook prioritizes live content and videos that are uploaded to Facebook over photos and text posts. So you're going to get more reach with a live video and a uploaded video that is pre-recorded than if you just posted a photo with text or text by itself. If you're posting without a photo, it's time to stop doing that. Posts without a photo reach less than 1% of your audience. So if you're not including a photo, you might as well not be posting. If you don't know what photo to include, you don't have a Canva photo already made, go to unsplash.com and search for a photo that works for the topic you're talking about. Those are free to use photos that you can download and use for your social media posts. It makes it a lot simpler if you don't already have a graphic made up to promote your product or service. So if you're not already utilizing video, this is a great way to be able to get a boost. A little pro tip for you: go ahead and cut that video into a couple of short clips and share it to your Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels for some extra traction there. That can make you have a much wider audience off of one video. So you're actually utilizing that one video and turning it into multiple social media posts. And you might say, well, people are going to get bored hearing me talk about it all the time. Facebook is only going to show your video to a certain portion of your audience. That means that somebody who sees your first reel and your full video may be completely different people. So they're not going to be tired of the message if they didn't see it. So you have to remember that posting multiple times on social media with a similar message benefits you, because not everyone is going to see the first, second, or even third post about that blog post or sale. So I'm going to look to see if I have any questions about marketing. So if you do have any questions, this is the time to put them in the comments before I move on to the next section. Hello, everyone. I see we have someone from Georgia, Ohio, New Zealand, North Macedonia. Wow, we got some people from all over the world. How exciting. Thank you so much for joining me. So the next section is all about encouraging return customers. So you've got someone who's interested in your products and services. They purchased something. Now you want them to come back, because getting return customers is actually easier than selling someone brand new that's never met you before. So there's 3 ways that you can encourage people to return to your shop on Etsy and Teachers Pay Teachers. On Etsy, you can actually provide them with a coupon after they purchase your product for the first time to purchase additional products. If you don't already have this set up, after this video, go and set it up. Seriously, it is a game changer for Etsy. So give them a coupon code, even for 10 to 15% off, and that can make a huge difference in how many things that each customer buys. The next tip that I have for you is discounts and bundles. So if you can offer them a discounted bundle for a bunch of different printables, you will be able to encourage those customers who may have been interested in 1 or 2 of the worksheets that you marketed to buy a pack that's much larger. So if you're marketing a fox coloring page, for example, and you have a bundle of different woodland creatures coloring pages, if they like your fox coloring page, they may very well go ahead and purchase all of your woodland animal coloring pages. So that's how you can bundle things and be able to increase the ticket price of your sales. That's how you can sell more printables in a really quick way. So if you don't already have bundles, you should definitely set them up on Etsy, Teachers Pay Teachers. Look for themes that are similar. This can be, like I said, woodland creatures, coloring pages. This can be science topics, math topics. This can be color by numbers, or this can be bundling together things so that it's a unit study on a particular topic. For the Homeschool Quest printables, if you want to take a look at how that might look, if you go to our coffee shop or our Etsy store, you'll see that we have a bunch of different reading printables. And then we also have a reading journal that has all the printables all in one pack. So that's kind of how you can see an example of how you might combine that in a bundle. The next point I want to talk about is providing excellent customer service. Providing customer service and support will build trust with your customers. They will want to tell all their friends about your awesome products. So one of the ways that you can do this is to send a message after they purchase, thanking them for their purchase, letting them know if they have any questions at all, that they can send you an email, and again, providing them with a discount code for any additional products. Providing them with that support and letting them know, hey, if you have any questions about this math printable, or you guys get stuck on this or that, I absolutely am available to provide some assistance or support. Providing them with more information or saying, hey, I see that you purchased the math printables. You might also be interested in my color by number printables. You want to provide that support to your customers, because homeschooling can be lonely. Providing moms and dads with support and letting them know, hey, I'm here for you. I see what you're doing awesome, and I'm here to support it. That can make a huge difference in them wanting to support your company, because you're providing them with that personal connection. And I know that all of you here genuinely want to help homeschooling parents. You're either a homeschooling parent yourself, or you have a real passion for helping homeschooling parents, and you may have a background in homeschooling. Like, I'm a homeschooling graduate, so that's where my passion comes from. Is I truly loved the education that I had, and the more families that choose homeschooling, I feel the better. And providing them with support to be able to continue is essential. Providing them with free, affordable resources is something that I think makes it a lot more accessible. So if you can provide them with that support, that's going to make a world of difference for people. So the next section that I want to talk to you about is the advertising section. So if you have a budget to be able to, if you have like budget to be able to advertise, this is going to help your business to grow. And there's a lot of different ways that you can advertise. So you can advertise on social media, like through Facebook boosts. You can advertise on search engines like Google Ads, or you can reach out to homeschool networks like the Homeschool Quest. There's other ones out there as well, to reach potential customers who may not have heard of your business. So the goal of advertising is to raise awareness so that people are aware that you exist and what you provide, to explain to them what the benefit of your printables and classes are, and to get more sales. Those are your goals when it comes to advertising. You want to move people from, hey, this is cool, I didn't know about this, to, oh, that actually really solves a problem that I have, to, I need this, and they actually purchase. So each time that they see your business, you're going to help to be able to move them along a little bit further in that decision-making process. So the first kind of category for advertising is the social media advertising. So boosting a post on social media, I'm sure many of you are familiar with this. It allows you to target specific groups of people based on factors such as age, location, interests, behavior, and more. So if you are selling a printable product, you may not be narrowing it down by a specific location, but I do highly recommend that you narrow it down by age, interests, and whether or not they are already liking your page or not, whether they're in a group of yours or not. You can really fine-tune these ads to target a specific group of people. And some people think, oh, the larger group, the better. But here's the danger with that. If you're selling to everyone, then that's like trying to sell ice cream in both Hawaii and Alaska. Only the people in Hawaii are going to be interested. The people in Alaska don't need ice cream. So you need to make sure that if you are boosting a post, that you are narrowing it down to the people who actually need, want, and can benefit from your printable product. If you are operating a homeschool business that provides online courses for kids in the grades K through 12, you can use your social media advertising to target parents who would have children in those grades. That way you can ensure your message is reaching the right people at the right time. The next way that you can be able to advertise is by sponsoring posts or ads and articles on homeschool blogs. This can be a great way to reach potential customers who may not have heard of your brand before. What you're doing here is you're actually borrowing some of the audience and some of the trust from the person who you're sponsoring that ad or post. So if they already have an established audience that trusts them, being able to sponsor an ad or do a guest blog on their blog allows you to be able to borrow from some of their trust that they have already established with their readers. So it allows you to showcase your products in front of an engaged audience. These are people that come back to this blog and open those emails on a regular basis because they know they're going to get good content. So if you're just starting your email list or you haven't even submitted a blog before, being able to do sponsored posts is a really great way to be able to build your own email list and start building trust with people in the homeschooling community. These homeschool bloggers, like the Homeschool Quest, have followers who are passionate about children's education and are invested in finding the best way to teach their children at home. By partnering with these bloggers, you're tapping into that audience and you're building awareness around your brand. If you are interested in advertising on a homeschool blog, I would highly recommend that you check out our advertising page. We have some really affordable options for people to be able to get started. We have blog ads in the new mobile magazine. And we also have the ability for you to be able to sponsor our regular weekly resource blog through the product promotion package. So if you have any questions about those, go to homeschoolquest.com and click on the Advertise with Us tab. The next thing I want to talk about is homeschool magazines. Advertising in a homeschool magazine can be a great way for you to reach your ideal customers. This can be a whole different market than the ones that you're going to reach with a Facebook page or blog, podcast, or social media. These people are not necessarily online all the time. These are the kind of people that, whether it's a mobile magazine like the one that we're doing, and they're going to get it in their email, or it's a printed magazine, this is going to reach people at a totally different time and a totally different way than social media or blogging does. Because these people are busy and they need something and a resource that they can have with them on the go. So the goal of a homeschool magazine is totally different. They're reaching a totally different audience than social media marketing. So it's good to keep in mind that reaching people on these different types of advertising platforms is going to get you different customers. So the good news is if you aren't doing any of these different types of advertising, you have so many ways to be able to reach out to customers. And that means that if you are struggling to find customers right now, following these 9 tips is going to help you immensely to be able to build your audience. So these homeschool magazines that you can find, you can search up homeschool magazines on Google. You can find some other ones. I would recommend personally the Homeschool Quest magazine. I think that this is going to be amazing, and it's going to provide such a wealth of information on different educational resources, teaching methods, different routines. All of that is going to be so helpful to the people who are just considering homeschooling or already established homeschoolers. Our goal is to be able to provide people with a resource that they will come back to time and time again, to be able to print out these printables and find these different classes and curriculum options, to be able to find new homeschool blogs that they can be able to follow. Our goal is to provide this as a resource that homeschooling parents are going to come back to time and again. So by advertising in a homeschool magazine, any homeschool magazine, you're going to have access to an audience that's already interested in what you have to offer. They already know when they pick up this homeschool magazine, oh, great, this is going to have some really good information on curriculum options and different printables and classes that I can use for my kids. They're not going to just be seen by potential customers, but by people who are actively seeking solutions. So here's the difference when I say that. You're going to have two different groups of people. You're going to have the people who have a problem, but aren't really aware that they even have a problem. And then there's going to be people who are like, I have a problem with my current provider. I have a current problem with the math printables that I've found. They're just not cutting it for me. And they're actively seeking new math printables. They're actively seeking new educational resources to solve a problem that they have in their homeschool. So homeschool magazines are targeting people who are seeking solutions. That means they're that much closer to buying. If you guys have any questions at all, go ahead and post them in the comments and I will read them after the video. So the next category I want to talk about is homeschool communities. There is a lot of homeschool communities on Facebook, and there are some that even allow you to be able to do sponsored posts like the Homeschool Quest, or to provide free samples to the admin in return for a fair review. So chances are, if you are a homeschooling parent or business owner, you have joined several Facebook groups related to homeschooling, whether those ones in your local area or they're ones for a specific topic, or just general homeschool groups like the Homeschool Quest. These groups can be an excellent source of support and information, as well as a place to share your resources. One of the big things that I recommend to everyone is that you post at once a day in the Homeschool Quest. You can do that for free. As long as the resources are free or under $30, you can post homeschool-related resources in the group. That's something that's unique about our homeschool community, is that we are focusing on finding free and affordable resources, as well as providing support to homeschooling parents. So if you have information about a particular topic, I would highly recommend that you go to our Facebook group every day and take a look and see if you can answer anybody's questions. We get tons and tons of posts asking for recommendations for printables and classes and curriculum. And if your curriculum or class or printable fits that, you are absolutely allowed to comment with that and let them know about what you provide. So be sure to take advantage of that group, because there are so many homeschooling parents that need what you are selling. So you are not a used car salesman or anything like that. You are providing solutions that people desperately need. And the more people that are willing to go and reply to those different posts and provide people with support, the better. I've seen so many posts where people said, I'm nervous about homeschooling. I'm not sure that if I should do it. And within a couple of hours, they said, I sent my letter of intent. We're doing this thing. Thank you so much for the support that everybody is providing. It is amazing to see the difference that this group is making for all of these people. And that is really in part to our advertisers that make it possible for us to be able to do this. our moderators who help us every day to be able to keep the group to be a warm and welcoming community, and to all of the homeschool businesses that share their resources in the group and their knowledge with the new and established homeschoolers. So I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for supporting us and supporting our mission of helping more people to be able to homeschool by making it affordable. So if you are going to be sharing posts in homeschool Facebook groups, you will want to go ahead and check the group rules regarding self-promotion, even sharing free resources. There are different guidelines that you will need to follow for each group. Some groups may only allow it on certain days or with specific guidelines, maybe only in a certain thread. So you will want to double check that before you go ahead and post that. The next category that I want to talk to you about is homeschool newsletters. A lot of homeschool bloggers and homeschool communities have a newsletter that they regularly send. So sponsoring a banner ad or adding links to your products and printables in these homeschool newsletters is an effective way of promoting your business. As a homeschool parent, you understand that it's really important to find quality resources that are both educational and cost-effective. So by sponsoring ads or adding links to your products or printables, you can provide valuable information to other homeschoolers while also increasing the visibility of your business. By providing helpful resources, you can make a positive impact on homeschooling families' educational experience. And to maximize your success, you can focus on reaching out to homeschooling communities and getting good reviews. So we make it easy to reach these busy homeschooling parents, and as I've mentioned, our focus is on sharing free and affordable resources to make parents' lives easier. So by affordable, I mean under $30, based on a poll that we did in our community. That's what it is affordable to most homeschooling parents in our community. So whether you are advertising through our new e-zine, doing a live class in our Facebook group, or an ad in our newsletter and blog, we're going to help you to build your newsletter list and to make more sales. Go ahead and go over to homeschoolquest.com/advertise with us to check out the different options that we have available. We try to keep it really affordable, make it easy for people to be opt-in to our different advertising options. It makes it so that we can spend time moderating the group and sending the newsletter, putting all of that together. So your support is really appreciated. I'm going to go ahead and check in the comments to see if we have some questions. Okay, so I have a question here. What are effective ways to use launches and quarterly sales to boost your audience? That is a really great question. So if you're going to launch a course or do a quarterly sale on printables, I would highly recommend that you advertise it ahead of time. So if you're going to be doing a launch of a course, go ahead and tell them a couple weeks beforehand, hey, we're going to be opening the doors, get on my waiting list, and provide them with some sort of freebie to get on your waiting list. And that gets them on your newsletter list and tells you that they're really interested in what you have to provide, so that you can be able to send them a whole lot more messages than your regular list because they asked to be notified about your launch. So that's one way that you can be able to advertise a launch. For quarterly sales, I would highly recommend that you utilize guest blogging and doing guest podcasts, as well as doing advertising for your quarterly sale. The reason why guest blogging is really beneficial for quarterly sales is because a lot of the homeschool blogs are going to be asking what you're providing to their audience. And by having a sale that you have going on, you're making your post more valuable to the blogger or podcaster. So using those sales to boost your audience, if you're wanting to boost your audience specifically, that means that you're wanting to increase your Facebook followers, or you're wanting to get more people on your newsletter list. For that, I would recommend that you have people sign up for your newsletter to get access to the coupon code for your quarterly sale. It's going to decrease the amount of people overall that are participating in your quarterly sale, but it is going to get people on your newsletter list that are engaged and want what you have to sell. So that can be really beneficial. So have I done social media challenges? Yes, I have done social media challenges as a part of the marketing agency that I've been a part of for the last 12 years. It's my family's marketing agency. So it's been open for 21 years. And I've done lots of different social media challenges for different businesses. So the main thing that you want to think about with social media challenge is, one, you want to get them on your newsletter list. They may forget that they signed up. So you want to advertise it probably, I would say, 2 weeks ahead of time. And I know that seems short notice, but any further out, people are going to start to forget about the challenge that they signed up for. So first things first, you want to get them on your newsletter list, offer them some sort of printables that go along with the challenge that they can only get access to if they sign up for your newsletter. And go ahead and start either a temporary Facebook group or invite them to your main Facebook group where you're going to be doing the challenge. Schedule a live video for each of those days. That can be through either a platform like I'm using, like StreamYard, or you can just schedule Facebook events, live events in your group. That's going to help you because it's going to provide you with a reminder to go live and do a live presentation. And anybody that is your friend that is also in the group will get a notification that you went live. That can be super powerful to actually increase engagement in your challenge. So provide them with worksheets for each day for a social media challenge and get them on your newsletter list. As for giveaways are most powerful when you are partnering with multiple other homeschool providers, because you can do a giveaway on your platform. And if you have a lot of people on your Facebook page or your Pinterest account or something like that, totally viable and can help to convert people from your social media to your newsletter list. If you only have 25 people or 100 people, I would highly recommend that you partner with a bunch of other homeschool providers to do a giveaway, a group giveaway. So it would be that you'd post it on each of your blogs, you would share the giveaway, and you would send it to each of your newsletter lists. So you're able to basically share audiences and to be able to boost that. Now, some people are like, well, I only have 100 Facebook followers, so I can't participate. Not true. You just have to be the one that puts it together. If you're the one that's putting it together and organizing everything, providing here's the text you can use to promote the giveaway, here's the images you can use, that's what you're providing. That's what you're bringing to the table. You don't have to have a huge audience to organize a giveaway with multiple other homeschool providers. You can use the Homeschool Business Builders group to actually find people that are targeting similar people. So you might provide creative writing resources, they might provide art classes, but if you're both targeting the same grade, then that is someone that you want to partner with. As for webinars, I would say doing a summit where you are partnering with a lot of other homeschool providers, very beneficial. If you have, again, a large email list, or you can advertise it to a large email list or a large Facebook group, you can get some opt-in for webinars. I would recommend, if you're going to do a webinar, like a free webinar, that you focus on an educational topic for new homeschoolers, or something that homeschoolers, like established homeschoolers, are struggling with, like getting on a good routine, or I know a lot of organizational stuff is really popular for webinars, and that's for a good reason, because a lot of homeschoolers are wanting to get more organized. So providing a webinar on a specific topic that's free, having people, again, get them on your newsletter list. This is something that you own. You don't throttle how many people you send. You get to send to everybody on your newsletter list. So newsletter should always be the forefront of your mind. So what worked and didn't work for these different options? I would say that webinars can be tricky if you don't have a large audience. So I would highly recommend that you would partner with someone like on a summit. Those kind of webinars, really beneficial because they already have a built-in audience that is coming to see your videos. So you're getting the most bang for your buck for the time that you're spending. And like I said, with social media challenges, you really have to send an email every day. You really do, in order to get people to re-engage. If you have the @mention everyone feature, even better. That would be perfect for like a new small group that's specifically for the social media challenge. Okay, if anyone has any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. I hope that this video was helpful for you. If it was, go ahead and go over to our advertising page, check out our advertising options, or go ahead and support us on Ko-fi. Thank you again so much for joining me today.